Hello everyone, my name is Roya and today I'm going to be doing my August book haul, but first I want to do a really quick video for Horatio. This is going to be the Furry Friends tag part 3 because I already posted my Furry Friends tag part 1 for the dogs and part 2 for iPod, and we didn't have Horatio yet when I filmed those. So I'm going to really quickly just answer those questions for him now. So his name is Horatio. He was my birthday present from my wonderful husband, Jay. His nicknames, he has two nicknames pretty much. Jay calls him Ratchet, which I refuse to call him because because I think that sounds stupid. I think it makes him sound like a tool. And I call him Flurry Fuff because when we were first going to get him, Jay was telling me not to pick out a cat that's a flurry fuffy fuck, and he meant furry and fluffy, but he like mixed it up. And so now I call him Flurry Fuff because I just think it's funny. So his quirks, other than walking on bookshelves for no reason, he's playing with the dangly bookmarks up there. So yeah, his other weird quirk that he has is licking people's armpits. And I don't know why he does that. He just like gets into this zone where he kind of just starts purring and snuggling with you, and then he'll just start licking your armpit. And if you try to block him from your armpit, he just licks your arm or your shoulder or something. And he will keep doing that for like a good while, like 20 minutes or something, or until he falls asleep or something like that. Like, I don't know why he does that. It doesn't matter if I'm wearing a shirt or not. Like, it's really weird. So anyway, that is, I will leave the questions for the Furry Friends tag down below if you missed what those questions were, and I'm going to leave the one I did for the dogs and the one I did for iPod down below as well. But anyway, now we're going to get onto the book haul. So I got 9 books this month, and one of them was actually a book that I got at full price. So that's basically because it was one of the ones on the list for a booktubeathon that you could get to support booktubeathon, because like basically a little bit of the money from that would go towards that, through like Ariel's book depository account and everything. So since I really wanted this book, I've been wanting to read it for a while, but the library doesn't have it. There's like nowhere that I could find it because it's not a very well-known book. It's a self-published, or is an independent one, and everything. That I really wanted to read it, and that is Why God is a Woman by Nin Andrews, or Neen Andrews, I'm not sure. But anyway, this is a book told in verse about a world in which men get sexualized by women, basically, and I just think that sounds so fascinating, and I'm really excited to read this. The next 3 books that I want to show you are ones that I got at the dollar store. So it's very rare that I find books that I would want at the dollar store, and I just thought it was so weird that I found these there, because the only book that I've ever actually gotten at the dollar store that I've ever seen that I actually would want is Burial Rights, which I got months and months ago. But this time I found 3 books that all seem like they're really good, so I'm very excited about this. One of them is Not Otherwise Specified by Hannah Moskowitz, and I've been wanting to read this for a while. I've heard a lot of booktubers talk about it, and my library doesn't have this book, so I haven't read it yet, and so I just, yeah, apparently this is about a queer girl or something. Other than that, I don't really know what it's about. But yeah, I just think it sounds awesome. The next one is the Book of Unknown Americans by Cristina Enriquez, and I thought that this book sounded really good. It's basically about some Mexican people and stuff. It's an Own Voices book. I've heard about it talked about on BookTube before as well, so I'm really psyched that I found it for $1. The third book that I found at the dollar store was actually one that I'd never heard of before, but it is The Outcasts by Kathleen Kent, and I just thought that this sounded really good. It's like a Wild West type story or something. The next couple books that I want to talk to you guys about are ones that I actually got for free. So this first one was given to me by my bandmate Darren, who just happened to have a bunch of books in his car when we were on the way to a band photo shoot that he said he was going to just donate. So I was welcome to look through them. So I grabbed Ilium by Dan Simmons. He was giving this one away because he has another copy. So I thought, hey, how awesome. I could totally use some more Dan Simmons. The other free book was basically just being given away at a moving sale, and they just had a bunch of books that were all for free, like not even for sale but free, and mostly they were just stuff that I didn't really care about, like really random like political like stuff that just sounded hella uninteresting. But they had Black Beauty, and I thought, hey, I've never read Black Beauty, it's free, why not? So these next three were really cheap. First two were from a thrift store and one was from a used bookstore. So first I got City of Dragons by Robin Hobb. This is either the second or third book in the Dragon Keepers trilogy, which is the trilogy that comes after like the Tawny Man trilogy, I think. I have the first one, but I don't have the other ones, and I know that my library probably only has like 4 Robin Hobb books total, so when I see one, I kind of just grab it. So this cost $1.49, and that's awesome. The other book that I got at the thrift store is The Weird Sisters by Eleanor Brown, and I've actually had this book on my radar for quite a while. Like, I first saw it when I was in college, and I read the back and thought, oh, that sounds really good, but I never picked it up because, you know, literary fiction isn't my like go-to thing really, but I do read a fair bit of it, so it sounded really good. And then more recently I saw that Kales from Kale's Corner read this and thought it was pretty good, so when I saw this at the thrift store, I got it. And finally, the one that I got at a used bookstore is Lord of the Shadows by Jennifer Fallon. And basically, this is the third book in the, whatever it is, the Second Sons trilogy. And I have the first two. I got the second one last month and the first one the month before that. So now I have the whole series and I can read it all in one go like I did with her other series. So this is really exciting. So these are the books that I got in the month of August. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what books you got in the month of August, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!